This pretty good coverage is brought to you by Power Grip, the official retail partner of the European Pro Tour.
Welcome to MDG Media's coverage of the Järva Open 2023, seventh and final stop of the European Pro Tour's regular season. We have round one, front nine, FPO feature card coverage for you, legendary course, and some really high quality players. Another great MDG Media production. We have the Swede Sofie Björlycke. She's 934 rated, representing RPM Discs, New Zealand manufacturer. We have Katka Bodová. She's 908 rated, from Bratislava, Slovakia. We have from Finland, Tijna Väisänen. She's 919 rated. Sponsored by Prodigy Discs from Rauma. We have Rachel Turton from St. Andrews, UK, also sponsored by Prodigy Discs, and coming off 2 straight European Pro Tour victories. Looking for the trifecta. Hole 1, par 3, 121 meters. Quite uphill here, especially at the very end of it. Right to left sloping hillside with OB on the left and behind. Narrow entrance to the green here with a low ceiling. Pretty difficult starting hole. I think the FPO division's quite happy with par here. Second hardest on the course. 3.61 average. Sofie gets it right there in the sweet spot. Easy up and down from there. Katka, left-handed player. She's the reigning European Masters champion. FX4 here from Tijna. It's in a good spot. Rachel's going to forehand a D1. Nice and smooth, skipping right to the middle. So 3 good drives, and everyone's going to have short approaches left for the par. Rachel's comes out a little early, hits that tree. She's on circle's edge with a tester putt. Katka comes down really nicely. Tijna right there to the bullseye. Sofie makes easy work of that approach. She'll have a tap in. Rachel circle 2 putt comes up short left. Clean up for the bogey and tap in pars for Tijna and Sofie. Long hike up the hill to 2. Not really long, but steep, steep hike up. Beautiful course here. Built on an old landfill site, so lots of elevation. Very well manicured, beautiful trees everywhere. Lots of really stunning viewpoints. Hole 2 is a par 3, 96 meters. Straight shot, pretty generous tunnel. There is the low ceiling, but you don't want it to go too high anyway because there's this drop off right behind. The good shots will land about 10 or 15 meters short of the basket and just slide right up towards the pin. Definitely don't want to go long or it's a steep drop. Long steep drop. Sofie up high. Catches that ceiling and knocks her down. A little more than halfway. This one's testing the left side of the gap. Doesn't quite get back, but decent distance. See if she has an opening there. Tijna testing the right side. Looks like the last kick was favorable. If that kick's right, you're in all kinds of trouble. Nothing to stop it, and just sails on down back towards the hole, the T1. T of hole 1. Rachel's inside there. Not the start she was hoping for. A little bit off. Have to go patent pending backhand. Touchy approach here. Very nicely done. Gets it to skip and slide up into the circle. Katka, former Ultimate player. Great balance and athleticism. Catches an early tree there. She was in a pretty tough spot. This is much better, right next to the basket. Chip up there. Tijna checks up on the green. She'll be up first. Great putt. And Rachel with a good par save as well. Tap in bogey there. And a par for Sofie. Hole 3, another par 3, 103 meters. The most airspace is on the left side here where the drones come in. There are some other lines that'll get you there. A little bit tighter though, and quite a bit tighter on the right side. There's OB, sneaks in just behind, left and right side. Here you see that OB lurking right behind, just about 5-6 meters from the pin. Sofie's going to work this turnover line. It's a little early. Catches one of the guardian trees and knocked down there. Tijna also going to go backhand. She's coming off 2 consecutive second place finishes. She's going with the inside line here though and trying to skip it. And she gets some great ground play. Nicely done. Up there to circle 2. The low inside line. Nice forehand swing here from Rachel. It's going to get her a circle 2 look. Shapes up great for a lefty backhand. This one's a little straight. Can it catch edge? No, it gets just a little too low. Caught up in the lush grass. Just gonna have this left to save the par. Perfect approach. Right on point. Sofie as well. 3.28 average on this hole today. See if Rachel can get a birdie. Just short. So no birdies on the day. 22% bogeys or worse. Par cleanups. Tijna had a good run at it. Sorry if I spoiled that about Tijna's. Forgot she had that great skip. Gave her a really good look. Head over to prodigystore.eu for the goods. Hole 4, par 3, 100 meters. Tight little line here. With a low ceiling at the very end of it especially. And off the tee. Moves left to right. There's a good spot to get a righty forehand skip or a lefty backhand skip on some hard pan right about here. And that should kind of flare you towards the basket. Otherwise, there's the touchy turnover stuff. We have seen it work. Very technical line. Beautiful shape if you can do it. See if Sofie can work it out. It's looking good. Might have caught that last overhanging branch. Tina's going to have a go. This is too low. Cut rolls. She'll have a good line to the basket from there, but pretty short. Rachel's going to show us that forehand line. Trusty D1. Shaping up pretty nice. Gets a bit of a skip and a roll, and she'll be right there. Circle 2 for the birdie. She might have wanted a little more skip there. Looks can be a little unpredictable. Katka fights through, and she's there in circle 2. Deep circle 2, pin high. The approach can get a little bit hairy if you're back here. There's a few clear lines through there, but it's a low ceiling and you have to really commit to a gap there. Tijna did well. Sofie, I think, was hoping for a little more skip, but should be good enough. Katka comes up short. Right there for an easy par. Just a little left side on Rachel's bid. Good height. Just a little too right there for Sofie. Right side corner pocket with Tijna. So 3.33 average on this hole for the day. No birdies, 28%. Bogeys are worse. Pretty tough starting holes. Next one's much more attackable. As we see tap ins there for the bogey and pars. Hole 5 is the island hole, 71 meters. Everything that misses the island goes to a drop zone. That's about 25, maybe 30 meters out. Instant bogey and touchy little upshot to secure that. Of course, this is the side of the Kevin Jones grenades. Throwing a grenade that somehow got into the basket. Check out that if you haven't seen it. Incredible highlight. Tijna with the distortion. Needs to stay off this tree. Dips right under it and skips safe. I believe outside the circle though. Right on the edge maybe. Oh, there's the line, yeah, just outside. Kind of a scary putt there. OB right behind. Normal OB rules once you stick the island. So just for the tee shot, head to the drop zone if you miss it. Rachel with a nice smooth straight line, trying to just skip it into the hillside. I like the play a lot. She's executed it perfectly. Nice touch on that. Katka's going to show us the lefty backhand. Maybe a little touch it. Oh, just going kind of straight at it. And that's really nice. Checks up right on the circle's edge. 3 for 3 on the island. Let's see if Sofie can join them. She's going on the in between these two trees and playing the skip on the hillside. Very well executed. So many different ways you can attack this island. We just saw a few different shots there. Great to see everybody safe. This is the third easiest for the FPO. Averaging under par. Oh, what a putt from Tijna. Gutsy C2 bid right on the mark. Putting's looking great. Katka comes up just shy, hits the cage, stays put. Rachel in for the birdie. Back to even for the round. Sofie with a great putt for birdie as well. So 3 out of 4 and a cage hit from Katka. Very well played from the card. There was also birdies from Ingvild Lundvik and Matilda Rungbom. Great birdies. Hole 6, par 3, 148 meter downhill shot. Long, beautiful line. It is pretty well protected basket here. You see the entrance into the green. This narrow little gap that comes after about 125 or 30 meters. A lot of guardian trees. Kind of skip it up somewhere around here if you got the power. Tommy Tico skip aced it. The Halo Destroyer. Tijna with a little touch of Anheuser. Starting to come back nicely. Skip in there. Good shot. Rachel backhand, D1. Great move on this one. Gonna stable up just in time. Oh, catches a late tree, but really good looking shot, and she's not too far off on the basket there. Oh, Sofie hits an early tree, and she's gonna have some tough footing on the really steep sloped hillside there. Lucky to stay safe. There is OB there on that left side. Lots of thick rough on the right side, so you really want to get it as straight as you can. Much easier said than done at 148 meters, but Katka gets it in the middle of the fairway. Patent pending approach from Sofie, and she'll have a long look for par now. Katka's approach is really nice. Scares the basket and checks up about 6 meters. Tijna in a tight spot here. She has to lay down a forehand roller. Gets a little bit squirrely in the end. And she's going to be in a tough spot there. Again, Rachel just pitching up for the easy par. Tijna from circle 2 to save the par. Great bid. Just a little bit right side. Sofie makes the putt. Nice putt there as well from Katka. Hers is for par. Sofie with the unfortunate bogey. And Tijna here to clean up her bogey as well. Rachel tapping in the par. Hardest hole on the course, 3.72 average for the day. 61% bogeys or worse.
I think this golfing can improve our community in many ways. It brings people together.
That maybe some of these kids who feel a little bit lost could find something like disc golf, find friends, find people to come together and play the sport.
Encouraging people to work together, kids to know one another, love one another.
A way for these kids to have a really fun thing to do together.
I think that's what we need in the world, love one another and do life together.
Wonderful stuff they're doing there. Disc golf community building. Such an important and meaningful thing. Hole 3, or par 3, hole 7, 107 meters. Another difficult par 3, quite uphill. Very tight gap at the end of it. Another really late gap. And a very demanding hillside here that can punish you with really harsh rollaways if you're not careful. Even if you're just careful but very unlucky. Here you see how that low ceiling, tight gap entrance to the green can make things really tricky up there. Rachel on the box. She's even for the round. Touch a turn. Trying to get back, but it gets hung up in a bush. Rolls out to the middle of the fairway, so a little bit backwards. And that's still rolling. Okay, it's in the middle. So she's lined up with the gap nicely. But lost a fair bit of distance there with the roll back. It is much more uphill than you can see it on camera here. Katka working the left side. Backhand, hyzer. Skips back to the middle. Very nice shot. She'll have a good look at the basket. Be a little touch hyzer. Up to the pin from there. Tijna a little bit early on the turn and a little bit low. She's going to have some bushes to contend with on the upshot. 3.44 average on this one today. Another difficult par 3 for the FPO. Tijna's gets some good distance. She might be obstructed, but... Oh, sorry, that wasn't Tijna. Here's Tijna. Rachel looking to get up and down. Plays it into the hillside and skips up right to the basket. Nicely done. Katka. Very nice approach. Great touch on that, and it drops gently right there in the bullseye. So that was Sofie. And she hits an early tree. Tijna comes up short. Sofie with a tricky shot here to save the par. She's going to have to go with a little touchy forehand. And it's back in the woods on the other side now. She's got a really difficult putt here. Gets it in the corner pocket. Really nice stroke. It's going to be a bogey, but really good to get it in from back there in the deep dark. Bogey as well for Tijna. Katka with a solid par. And Rachel also with the par. Good approaches from them. Yeah, no birdies on the day for that one. 44% bogeys or worse. Hole 8, 96 meters up over these little trees, and a very steep hillside from left to right to contend with here. Beautiful views, as you can see. Little pond there, and Stockholm suburbs in the background, lush fields. And you see a lot of thick stuff on the left and right if you go down there. Thorny bushes and places you don't want to be. You just got to try to get something to float straight and drop. You want to try to match the angle of the disc with the hillside so it doesn't roll away on you, but much easier said than done here. Rachel looking to flex something, working a nice full flight. Skips down right by the basket. Gets up on the edge slowly and rolls away deep into circle 2. Probably bad footing, maybe a low ceiling. Unlucky on the green there. After what looked like a really good shot. Katka here. A little bit too wide left, and she's going to be in those thick bushes, I believe. Tijna with a beautiful line. Shaping up perfectly, skipping up into circle 1. Really nicely done. Sofie. Good looking line as well. Skipping right up there next to her. A couple birdie looks for them. Try to get back to par for the round. Or wait, no. Sofie's at +2, sorry. Looking to bounce back after 2 bogeys. Katka's upshot sails a little bit long. There you see how thorny those bushes can be. Just pitching out from down there. Very unfortunate roll away for Rachel. Great birdie putt there. See if Tijna can match it from a similar distance. Another perfect putt. Great birdies there. We also had a birdie from Elina Rudberg. 3.33 average. 9th most difficult on the course. 33% bogeys. 17% birdies. Rachel gets in for the par. And a bogey there for Katka. She's going to move to +2. Hole 9, par 4, 178 meters. Really windy, twisting par 4. Gotta move it from right to left subtly here, dealing with all these different trees, and then it really tightens up with the gap on the upshot through this thick bunch of pine trees, and moving gently left to right back towards this pin that is placed right at the top of this steep slope. Serious rollaway potential here. Yeah, really, really touchy upshot. If you can even get yourself in position. Otherwise, it's just scrambling all the way on this one. This is a great looking drive. That's going to be in a very good spot. Sofie's is going to deal with some overhanging stuff there, but not too bad a spot. Rachel backhand D1. Nice and high, flipping to flat. And kicking down there into a similar spot Sophia's. Pretty good effort there from Katka. She's over here by this alternate tee pad. Hit some early trees, but makes some progress. Sofie trying to shape a forehand up to the green. Catches some of those pine trees there at the end. Similar shot for Rachel. Clips an early branch, but gets a good reaction, and she's up there with a putt. Maybe just inside the circle. Really scary death putt, but it's there if she wants it. Tijna trying to shape a turnover. Ping pongs a little bit. She'll probably have to lay up from there. Katka with steep turnover line. Does well to get it pretty close. Scary putt though from there. Sofie scrambling down low on a knee with the forehand. And really nice shot there. Skips it up to the basket. Really technical line. Perfect touch on that. Got the ground play and everything. Tijna leaves that pitch up a little bit short, but her putting's been so good lately. No doubt about that one. Katka is going to be right there in the bullseye. Rachel here for what would be the second birdie of the day from the field. We have one from Olivia Chinstead. And it's there in the corner pocket. Moving her under par for the round. Great birdie putt from Rachel Turton. Another good putt from Tijna for the par. Katka taps in the bogue. Sofie with the par. Yeah, 4.5 average on that one, so pretty difficult. Par 4. That's going to do it for the front 9 of the first round. Järva Open 2023. There you see it, Rachel Turton out front by a stroke. She's looking to take down her 3rd consecutive European Pro Tour title. That would be a historical achievement, unprecedented thus far. She's got Elina Rudberg and Tijna Väisänen 1 stroke behind her, followed by Olivia, Sofie, and Ingvild, all tied for 4th at +1. Saw some great action there on the front 9. Looking forward to the back 9, which is a little bit more par 4s and longer open shots with OB. It's going to be really exciting. Big thanks to MDG for putting on this production and all the partners that make this happen. Look forward to seeing you on the back 9.